Hello and welcome to another Science 9 crash course. In this episode, we're going to learn all about the elements and how to classify them. Ever since scientists have discovered the elements, they have given them names, usually named after people, places, or even planets. Writing the names down of these elements became cumbersome, so scientists came up with symbols to represent each element. Ancient alchemists even had their own symbols to represent each element. Today, modern scientists use letters to represent the elements. Sometimes it is just the first letter of the element name used as its symbol, and other times the first two. Yet for some elements, because the symbol is already taken, they have to use letters taken from different parts of the element name. And some don't even make sense at all, unless of course you know their Latin names, which is what they're named after. But no matter what letters are used, the first letter must always be a capital, and the second must always be lowercase. If you look at the properties of all the elements, they can be combined into three main groups. The first group of elements are called metals. All of the metals are solids except for one of them, which is mercury. And all of them have a shiny appearance or luster. Metals are also great conductors of electricity and heat. And also, metals are both malleable and ductile, which means they're able to be pounded into thin sheets or stretched into thin wires. The next group of elements are called nonmetals. Some nonmetal elements can be gas at room temperature and some can be solids, and there is one which is a liquid, which is bromine. Nonmetals are also not very shiny and have a dull appearance. And nonmetals also do not conduct heat or electricity very well. And nonmetals are also very brittle. The last group of elements are what we call metalloids. These elements share similar properties with metals and nonmetals. All metalloids are solid at room temperature, and their appearance may be shiny or dull. Some metalloids can conduct electricity and are used in electronics, however others cannot. And just like a computer circuit board, all metalloids are brittle. Classifying elements as metals, nonmetals, and metalloids is not the only way to organize the elements. We can also group elements into what are called families based on their physical and chemical properties. There are four main element families that we will discuss. The first element family are called alkali metals. The metals in this family are lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. These alkali metals are the most reactive metals because they easily give up their free electron to a nearby atom. All of these metals tend to react very vigorously with water. The next family of elements are the alkaline earth metals. These metals are fairly reactive, but not as much as the alkali metals. The elements that are in this family are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. Alkaline earth metals have many uses. For example, beryllium is used in electronics, and strontium is used in the manufacturing of red fireworks. The next family of elements are called halogens. All of the halogens are nonmetals and are very, very reactive. Even the least reactive halogens are corrosive and harmful. Some examples of halogens are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and astatine. And finally, the last family of elements that we're going to discuss are called the noble gases. Some examples of the noble gases are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Noble gases are in fact the least reactive of any elements. In fact, they are so stable that they are often used to protect other reactive elements from reacting. And also, because noble gases are stable, they are used in many different lighting applications. Well, this brings this episode to a close. I hope you've learned a lot about the elements, and in the next episode we're going to learn all about the periodic table. Thanks for listening.